Hi, Zach. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining in. We're going to talk about customer data platforms, and we're going to do a deeper dive on the current way the customer data platforms are being built or being delivered by vendors, and why Neo4j could be challenging it in the near future, and what you can do right now about it. Towards the end of the discussion and presentation, I'm going to give you a brief demo with all the working files so that you can use those files on the Aura platform to try it out yourself. So let's get started. Uh, based out of Austin. I'm a CTO for a startup in a mobile app development. I'm also a board advisor with Hunatech. It's a data plus AI company. My background had been primarily in enterprise systems such as SAP, Snowflake, Databricks, CRM systems, and now in the last 10, 15 years, more on the customer journey, customer platforms. Feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn. Now, let's take a deeper dive on what is customer data platforms. So in the last 10, 15 years, as companies have started understanding their customers more and closely, they realize that they need a single system where the whole customer journey is available. It's a single system of truth. They have a full 360-degree view of the customers. They can understand and appreciate the customer segmentations and what kind of channels customers are using to engage with your product or your company. So that's the main need that customer data platform is serving right now. It provides a comprehensive view for each customer as well as the journey that a customer does with your company and with your product. Uh, let's talk about a little bit about the current CDP architecture. The way most of the companies are handling the customer data platform is that we have multiple systems, let's say CRM system, web systems, ERP systems, social media feeds coming in, and we are consolidating it into either in-house custom-built CDP system or a third-party CDP platform, and then we do the activations for the marketing automations or for ads generations or for analytics and BI. So that's the typical architecture for the customer data platforms. Now, what are some limitations of the customer data platforms that we see currently right now? Almost always, all the companies, they fail to integrate fully across all their source systems where the customer information is originating. So we see poor data quality. There is scalability issue. We design the system assuming that we will have 1 million customers, and slowly we did a acquisition, and immediately our customer base is 5 million. Or we added new product offerings and sales volume jumped, and that's causing a bottleneck. Uh, ROI is always not clear on what are we trying to gain from the customer data platforms. And the biggest issue I have seen in the last 15 years is the real-time lack of real-time information. Oftentimes, these platforms do a batch loads or batch file movements to consolidate the customer information, and that has been the biggest pain point for the leaderships as well as the marketing team or the customer operations to truly appreciate and understand customers and serve them better. Now, this is where we are questioning the current paradigm. We believe that graph database, particularly Neo4j, is a game changer because graph database not only provides a scalable way to store customer informations, customer journeys, but at the same time, it allows us to store the relationships. In the current traditional customer data platforms, all of them that are out there, I mean, there are a few I can name, Segment, Telium, Salesforce, and anyone who knows if there is any CDP that is built on graph technology, I would love to hear that. I do not know. So what we are trying to say is that a customer journey is the multiple relationships that are tied together over a period of time. The history with the customer, how the customer has interacted, whether the customer has grown bigger or have shrunk smaller, where are the customers located. So there's the relationships that we need to put together in our database or in our systems to really appreciate it. and graph database serves it very well. Uh, there's a native relationship modeling that allows to better see the relationships within the customer's journey. For example, what customer ordered, when they ordered, where they ordered, and where they shipped it. Uh, so that is possible with Neo4j. If we were to do that in a traditional database model, it's going to be multiple joins. If I have placed an order on Amazon, one order, 4 items, and I try to ship each item at 4 different locations as a gift item, I'm going to have at least 3 tables: order header table, then second table would be order detail table, and the third table would be a shipment line table that will show where each item got shipped. So at a minimum, I need 3 tables to build the same thing on a traditional RDMS system. And if I were to do analysis on show me all the items that I shipped to Chicago, maybe because I want to build a warehouse in Chicago to serve my customers better. In that case, the query would be very expensive on RDBMS systems, but it's going to be real fast on any kind of graph technology. So that's the real-time insights that we can get, and it scales very well. The way Neo4j or graph database stores information is typically in the files. Each node is a file, each relationship is a file, and the file has the attributes or features for that node or for relationship. And that's pretty much more about Neo4j. I mean, right now it's the #1 market leader. I think Walmart uses it. I have been using Neo4j on and off for the last 4 or 5 years. One of the good thing about Neo4j is that it builds the enterprise security in the ground up. Oftentimes, I've seen products, they come with rudimentary governance, and Neo4j has been having the governance and control from the very beginning, from the ground up. You can do pretty much all the capability needs that you have from the customer perspective on Neo4j platform right now. Why graph database? We touched about it. It simplifies the relationships between the customer journeys. So unlike joining multiple tables, you are dealing with a graph model that preserves the relationships. I gave example earlier, customer places an order, and let's say the customer has placed some order in the past where they ordered some product with vibrant colors. Now that is a preference or feature that you store. Down the line, you can use that in a recommendation system. It's real time, very fast. It travels very quickly across each nodes. It's used for pattern detection. For example, I gave you example where if I have ordered something of a vibrant color, I can quickly see what kind of preferences the customer had, and based on that, I can tailor my product offerings for the customer needs. The other good feature about Neo4j is the flexible schema. You can change the schema on the fly. You can add new attributes, new nodes, new relationships. That is a big challenge on a traditional RDBMS. I mean, you can do that in NoSQL, but NoSQL does not store relationships so nicely. Some of the relationships, some of the limitations we talked about compared to RDBMS. RDBMS has a very rigid schema of relationships. It's primarily the batch processing is what is used in the current CDP platforms out there in the market. The customer journey and the customer profile is not stored consistently across the board, so it's very fragmented. Query execution takes time if you have multiple joins. I gave the example of 3 tables, that was easy, but if you want to join 50, 60 tables, it's going to be humongous. Analytical capability, it depends upon the RDBMS. You have to basically use third-party tools to do the analytics or any kind of AI ML on that. With Neo4j is built in. Cost of ownership, again, it depends upon your use case. But in general, for a CDP type of scenario, your cost grows over time significantly because you're trying to add those capabilities that RDBMS typically don't offer, or the traditional CDPs out there that don't offer out of the shelf. The big main feature that attracts us towards graph database or Neo4j is the joins. There are no joins because there are no tables. It's just relationships. And that is the kicker with Neo4j as opposed to other CDPs that are built on RDBMS based concept. And that gives us a very high speed performance boost that allows us to visually see the relationships between entities and extend the relationships and the entities on the fly whenever we need it. Some of the key advantages that Neo4j offers basically is identity resolution. That's a common feature across all the CDPs, meaning if I were to visit a website of, let's say, Toyota.com without logging in, and then tomorrow again I log in into my Toyota account through my user ID and password, most CDPs would be able to recognize the device and the customer because you have logged in. They can stitch together. That is one big advantage that Neo4j it creates it on the fly very quickly. It maps the relationships also depending upon who logs in. So, for example, if you have a household and you have multiple members in the household, it can track that. Now, I will give you a paradigm comparison to a corporate structure. A company acquires another company over time, or has another subsidiary over time, or affiliate third-party networks along with it. Now, that relationship needs to be stored somehow in database for better service towards the customer. One of the examples that I'm going to show you in the demo specifically talks about this kind of structure. It keeps the behavioral intelligence in mind. It tracks the customer journeys across all the channels. And the other benefit is the real-time enrichment that it does on the fly. Some of the real benefits that we get is the real-time recommendation, master data management and consolidation. This is a big item for customer 360 view, where you need to have every perspective of the customer stored in your database, what customer likes, from where he visits, what are the addresses. Customers may have multiple addresses. I'm ordering something to be shipped to Seattle. So I have a pay to address, that is my address in Austin, and I'm shipping it to Seattle. That will be a ship to address in Seattle. So that's the example that we need to store that information in our CDP platforms. Multi-touch attribute is an important one. How many times you have touched the product or the journey, that it gets stored very quickly and very easily. I'm going to go deep into a demo now. What the demo talks about is basically a customer, a company that has acquired other companies over time. Now, when you do the acquisitions, the other company becomes either wholly owned subsidiary or it's an affiliate. And we're going to look at 2-3 examples of the different affiliates or subsidiaries. Then this customer had orders shipped at multiple places, and then the order history. So we'll see multiple addresses: ship to address, bill to address, pay to address. We'll also see the order history of the customers in the past. We'll see what kind of products they ordered and what kind of features that they like. So in our demo example, I have chosen a feature called colors. So I have simulated that the customer likes vibrant color. So based on that, the recommendation system will recommend other products of vibrant color. In this, there are customers that we have created in the demo, addresses, orders, products. The relationships that we have is subsidiary acquired by, what addresses, order placed, what items are contained in the order, and what are items that are related. So mattress is related to bed frame. Mattress could be related to bed sheets as well. And what the customer prefers. So the example I mentioned earlier, customer prefers vibrant color. So that is something what we're going to see. First example we'll show is if customer has purchased a mattress, then we would suggest a bed frame and the beddings. Another example would be if purchasing history shows the bold colors, then we would recommend other products that are of bold color nature. All the files for this demo is on GitHub. This is the GitHub location. This whole presentation is available after the seminar, and you can take a look at it. There are roughly 7 files, and you have to execute all the 7 files step by step to get this demo running at your end. And you can use Aura platform to build it at your end free of cost, no charge. And it's very simple demo that you can do in like 60-70 minutes. Final output is going to be something like this. This is the graph where the main customer is here in the center. The subsidiaries and the affiliates are here. What they have ordered, when they have ordered are the relationships, and what items that they ordered are also shown here. So now we're going to do a deeper dive. In this 20 minutes, I've tried to give you a high-level overview on why Neo4j or any graph database is the best solution in the future for a customer data platform. Feel free to give me a recommendation or feedback, good, bad, ugly. These are the files that are on the GitHub. 7 files, just execute one by one all the Cypher commands step by step, and you can get the demo going on Aura platform. And I already have Aura platform open here. I've executed all the 7 files, and I have created the model here. I'm going to show some sample of the customers. So our customer is Global Home Furnishings, and it acquired another company called Premium Sleep Systems. Another company that is an affiliate is Comfort Living Solutions. As other subsidiary, Elegant Bedroom Bedding Company. Another one is Premium Sleep Systems. So now that's the complete big picture of the customer that I have created in the demo. Now, if I were to see the addresses of the main customer, these are all the addresses I have for this customer: bill to address, pay to address, ship to address. If you recall the example I gave you from the Amazon, I place an order, I'm the bill to, the invoice is going to come to me in Austin. I have ordered the items for my friend in Seattle. The ship to would be the Seattle address. But I have authorized my bank to pay on my behalf, or my friend to pay on my behalf, and that's the bill to address. So that's the kind of way you can think in your head, what is the difference between these addresses. Now, if I were to look at the whole map of the customer, this is the complete map of the customer. Global Home Furnishings is right in the center, the node. Clearly, you can see Comfort Living Solutions is an affiliate. Elegant Bedding Company is also a subsidiary. And Elegant Bedding placed an order sometime in November 2025. There's an address here for Elegant Company, bill to address. There's a ship to address for this Elegant Bedding Company. At the end of the day, they're all part of this main customer, Global Home Furnishings. I can expand it further. I can likewise explore its other wholly owned subsidiary, Premium Sleep Systems. That placed an order also in November 2025. Now, I'm going to run a query to see the complete ecosystem of the customer. This is the Global Home Furnishings, the customer we talked about. It's a wholly owned subsidiary acquired by Global Home Furnishing. Premium Sleep System was acquired. Elegant Bedding Systems is a subsidiary of Global Home Furnishings. Comfort Living is also affiliated. If I were to get an addresses, I can get all the addresses. Let's see if I can get a purchase history for mattresses. So these were all the purchases made. I'm trying to see now our order timeline. Global Home Furnishings placed an order November 6th at some time. This order contained ceramic vase. It also contained blanket. Another order placed, and that contained mattress. Another order placed that contained bed frame. Now, one of the queries that are run oftentimes is the shortest path. This is the shortest path right now. Global Home Furnishing acquired Premium Sleep Systems. That is it from my side. That's a demo. The argument we have tried to make is for customer data platforms, whether now or in future, RDMS-based systems are not going to solve the problem or depict the relationships of customer and customer journey and the products. We need something like a graph database like Neo4j to truly understand and appreciate the customer, the way it interacts with the company or with the products. And we believe that a graph database is the solution for the future for any kind of a customer journey or customer data platform. That is it. I'm happy to take any questions anyone has.